Welcome all students. Today I am going to deliver School of Thoughts on CRM. School of Thoughts on CRM. The relationship marketing is supported by the growing research interest in different facets of this concept. Researchers in different countries observed this shift in marketers' orientation towards customer relationship and started exploring the phenomenon. The initial approaches to CRM can be broadly classified as number one, the theory by industrial marketing and purchasing group, that is IMP group. Number two, the Anglo-Australia approach. Number three, the Nordic approach. Number four, the North American approach. Theory by Asian School. Theory by Industrial Marketing and Purchasing Group, IMP Group. This Europe-based research initiative in industrial marketing focuses on B2B relationships and states the following characteristics. So generally more researches was taken place about the European-based industrial marketing organization. So regarding to B2B is nothing but business to business relationship, how they are maintaining. So number one, the buyers and sellers both actively participated in the transaction to find the solution to their respective challenges. So normally the buyers and the sellers facing a n number of challenges will be there. For example, when you are going for ordering an online any product, then ultimately whatever the consignment, whatever the promise which was given when packed was when the customer opened the packets after the delivery from the logistics, then it found to be what the product was promised when they are ordering, it was not matching this. So this is their major problem. The same way the industrials also, whatever the materials based on the quotation what they promised to offer, but they are failed to offer what they promised. This is one of the challenges. Next one will be that depends on the marketing conditions, depends on the environmental factors. So generally the environmental factors are political will be there, economic will be there, social will be there, technological will be there. So these are all the challenges faced by the buyers and sellers. Buyers-sellers relationship are normally long-term and close. Normally, if a business want to run for a long time, for the survival, for the long term, so ultimately they have to maintain the close relationship with the buyer and seller. Sometimes the seller can also give more information, more input about the latest trends, latest technology, everything. So he is giving an input. So mostly if they are maintaining a good relationship, ultimately they are also one of the opinion leaders, informations given by the seller, by the buyers. Relationship are composed of interpersonal bond, connection among business and strength or weakness of the business. So normally the interpersonal relationship is very important for not only for the business, in day-to-day life will be there. So based on the interpersonal relationship, there are many things will be there. That is a stoking is there, positive stoking and negative stoking is there. Suppose for example in presence of others, recognitions, good morning, good evening, a pat on the back, these are all the positive stokings will be there. In front of others will be degrading or scolding or hurting, this is the negative stoking will be there. So wherever you go, the positive vibe has to be created. Once the positive vibe is created, ultimately the positive stoking will emerges also, then it creates a more interpersonal bond between the buyers and the sellers. The transaction often occurs with respect to relationship history also, that is the profile, how long the person having the relationship with the particular buyer and seller. Next, the school of thoughts on CRM, Nordic approach. So generally the Nordic approach, confluence of interactive network theory, service marketing and customer relationship economics. So interactive network customer relationship economic, service marketing. So these are the three things will be there, and then where the intersection point will be there, that is the center. So three things will be emerging, then ultimately there the center point will be there, that is the relationship marketing. Theory of Nordic School, a Scandinavian services marketing group named the Nordic School, emphasize on supplier customer relationship. It identifies the triplets of relationship marketing as number one, interaction. As customers and suppliers interact, each one provides a service to another. Customer provides information and suppliers provide solution. So generally for everywhere, for every business, the interaction plays a significant role. Suppose for example, when a person is if a person is coming to the shop and then is asking for the product, then ultimately the sales counter person or a sales boy or a executive sales, the person has to respond the customer, whatever the queries will be come from the side of the customers, he has to clear the queries, clear the issues, then only the final sale will be there. Once the final sale will be there, after repair and maintenance will be there also. That is the post purchase. So that also they have to maintain a good relationship will be there. So interaction plays a vital role for a successful of the business. Number two, dialogue. Communication is bilateral and is essential for the survival of the relationship. So bilateral is nothing but it should be a two-way communication. Suppose for example, lot of queries, a lot of dilemmas, lot of doubts, lot of fear, lot of functional risk, so many queries are from the customer side. Ultimately, the sales on behalf of the company, on behalf of the retail store, the sales executive has to explain, has to maintain a good communication. To be a related queries, he has to be answered, he has to fulfill and he has to make the satisfy the customers based on the queries raised by the customer. The value, the business needs to generate something that is perceived as value to the customer. The value to the customer is nothing but how they are patronizing with the customers based on the loyalty programs, based on the business points will be there. So lot of online showrooms or a lot of online retail stores offering many benefits, value added services to the customer. If the customer is a prime customer or if the customer is regularly purchasing, then ultimately they will be giving a reward points. This is added value. So once the customer exceeds the reward points, he may get some benefits, maybe free of delivery, whatever the goods he purchased to some amount. These are all the things value added service by the online retailers. School of thoughts on CRM, that is Anglo-Australia approach. And this, the quality management. Number two, customer relationship economics, service marketing concepts, where the three things are intersecting each other, we may call it as a relationship marketing. So under this relationship marketing, theory by Anglo-Australian approach. So normally the companies can go for a balanced scorecard. How the balanced scorecard will affect when this approach, that is there are four perspectives are there. Number one will be the financial perspective, number two will be the customer perspective, number three will be the internal perspective, number four will be the innovation perspectives. And the aspects of the financial targets, so the economic performance, profitability, liquidity, annual increase, and then value of the company. Then customer targets, quality of services, a loyalty, a long-term relationship. Then managerial tasks to understand and manage wishes of the requirement of the customer. Internal targets are the productivity, incentive program, responsibility, and then protection of the employee. Next, the managerial task under this, create internal environment with high competitive advantage. Next, the innovation, and this innovation, knowledge of management, then creative teams, then high degree of innovations, system of education and staff selections. These are all the things will be coming under the balanced scorecard. It states that the relationship are important not only from the viewpoint of customer but also from the angle of stakeholder of the business, such as employees, suppliers, then regulatory bodies, then the legal framework, and then the customers, and then the sales personnel, then the government, then the society, the community. These are all the things will be comes under the stakeholder. It is also found that the customer satisfaction and customer retention are the value drivers of the business. So nowadays acquiring customers is very easy, but retaining the customers is very difficult also, because due to stiff competition based on the quality of the service, based on the value added service of the product or service, people will keep on switch over to the other product. So that's why the retention of the customer is very, very important. Where the loyal customers is there, ultimately retention will be there. But the retention is also not for a long term profitable also. So, but anyhow, acquiring customers and retention is the biggest challenges for each and every organizations for running the business. The next North American approach under this organization environment, relationship manager buyer. Here, based on the organization environment, the buyer and the relationship manager will be the reciprocal relationship. So, in contrast, the initial focus of the NA scholar was on the relationship between, that is, a NA scholar is nothing but North American scholars, between buyer and seller operating within the context of OE, that is the organizational environment which facilitated the buyer-seller relationship. So, in this school of thought, only the good things, advantage, the buyer and the relationship having the reciprocal interdependence, communications with the organizational environment. Theory by North American School. According to this theory, good relationship reduce costs significantly. Because if a customer is more loyal, ultimately having a bond between the buyer and the particular retail store, or buyer and the seller. So the person having due to the trust and commitment is always, without thinking of the other things, is maintaining a good relationship. For example, so in India, the gold ornaments used by the Indians are more when compared to the other countries. People are very much sentimental bond, emotional bond between the jewelry shop. Generations wise also they will be keep on purchasing to that particular shop. So ultimately, if the particular jewelry showroom, for example Tanishq, Joy or Lucas, these are the well-known jewelry shops, retail shops, established branch all over the world. Due to the good relationship, due to the loyalty, due to the brand, due to the reputation, due to the fame, people without any hesitation, they will purchase, they will maintain the long-term relationship. This makes the companies reduce the cost and somehow in advertising. By connecting the trust to the commitment, this theory states that the trust created on the basis of minimal functional conflicts, communications, then non-opportunistic behavior and cooperation. For example, pizza. When you're ordering the pizza, they are given the delivery time within 15 minutes. Within 20 minutes, the product will be delivered what you ordered. Suppose the company, they are not in a position to deliver in time, then the product will be free of cost. And then one of the Kaidi kitchen. This is a theme restaurant. The kitchen is full of prison atmosphere. Once you enter into the restaurant, they are giving a menu card. With the menu card, each and every items, whether it is a multi-cuisine restaurant, whether it is the main course or it may starter or whatever the items which was listed in the catalog, in the menu, you can order, they mention the time, if it is for idli, if it is for dosa, or if it is for the kofta curry, like that they mention 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Within 15 minutes, they are not in a position to serve you on the table, then the food is free of cost. So this is the way how the companies, how the service organization maintaining the trust and commitments towards the customer. Commitment is linked to high relationship termination cost and relationship benefits. For example, SBI Bank. All nationalized bank having a good relationship with the customers. Normally all the government employees, they will be holding their pension account, they will be investing there through the State Bank of India. Because of commitment, because of service, because of satisfactions. Theory by Gunakshi Asian School. This theory is based on the teachings of Lord Buddha regarding social conducts and acts of reciprocations, that is karma. Whatever you sow, you will reap it. If you are making a good deeds, you may receive a good deeds. This is the teachings of Lord Buddha. This theory states that people from a family, friendship, same clan fellowship are connected to each other due to informal social relationship which imposes them to follow reciprocal obligation to acquire the resources by exchanging favors and cooperation. So, under this Asian school, regarding the good ethics, bad ethics, every business they establish to earn profit or ROI, return on investment, within the stipulated time. For example, if a person is investing in a business 10 lakh rupees, what is the minimum rate for the bank offering as the interest for that? He may get ROI, that is a minimum guarantee within the 1 month or 2 months or like that. So, for that, he has to follow a moral code of conduct in their business. So, maintaining the small amount of profit. If you go for the hotel, if you go for the motel, the profit ratio is 80-20, 30-70, 60-40, 20-80. It maybe depends on the variation of the store range of hotel. So normally, profit making organization, not for making profit organization, especially all service industries. It may be a call, it may be a education institute, it may be a hospitality, it may be a healthcare industries. These are all the beauty parlors, transport, everything will be coming under the service. For the hygienic service, for the quality service, they are offering high cost for their service. So, for a communal Islamic finance, what the Quran teachings, based on the Quran, they have to follow. They have to follow the Islamic finance through the principles of Quran. Like Hinduism also. So for every business, they have to follow the ethics. Thank you.